Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Caitlin from Florals.com and today I am sharing with you another color theories episode. This week we are doing yellow. I'm really excited with how this layout turned out. It turned out unexpectedly well in my opinion. But I showed you a little quick glimpse of some Sizzix dies that I used to cut out these beautiful branches from a couple papers from my stash. So I used a yellow paper from Kaiser Craft and a white paper from Studio Calico, both with light patterns on them, to cut out all these branches from Sizzix. I'll have a link to this die set over on my blog in case you're interested. It's one of my favorite leaf sets that I own, even though I only own a couple of them, but one of my favorites. So the photo I am scrapbooking today is from my last week of college. I had my honors graduation ceremony, which was really special, and this was after that. And we just took some photos around campus, but I really liked how this one turned out. I'm featuring a background paper from Simple Stories, which is a beautifully bright yellow with a horizontal white stripe. Really stands out. This layout is super bright in person, and you can see all of the photos over on my blog if you want some close-up shots of how I did everything. I've pulled out some papers from a Kaiser Craft collection called Finders Keepers, and now I'm looking through my Echo Park collection that I just picked up recently from Hobby Lobby. It has this beautiful light wood grain background, so pretty. And I'm going to layer that with my photo. And I want to do some minimal layering because it's already so busy with the yellow. Sorry for the focusing issue. The bright yellow really threw off the camera for a little bit. But I'm going to use some of these scrap layers from the Kaiser Craft Finders Keepers collection. This polka dot craft really helps settle things down. Really brings in a nice neutral, so it's just plain. I thought white would have been too easy to use almost, like it would have been too much of yellow and white all over, so I definitely needed that neutral to bring in to make sure that it was not overwhelming. And I'm also using this Simple Stories Life Documented collection in this white grid paper. So now we have all of the photo layers ready, and sorry this is cut off as well. I'm still getting used to the new camera position with my tripod setup. Earlier I pulled out this little border, which is a craft scallop, which is also from the Kaiser Craft Finders Keepers collection, which is a really pretty collection, and I've been trying to use it a lot more lately since it's one of my favorites. And now I'm looking through my resin bin and pull out some resin pieces from Click Kits. I don't own many things from Click Kits, but I do own some resin pieces. I also pull out a globe, which happens to be green on the other side, but I don't think I'm going to use the green ones very often, so I decided to flip it over and use the white side, just to add a little bit of fun. Looking through my flare, but I don't end up finding anything that will really work well for this layout. But I do pull out one of these yellow tags, which I think is the perfect color, and I'll pull out the matching pocket to go with it later on. And of course I have to look through my puffy stickers because it wouldn't be a Caitlin layout without at least one puffy sticker. So I'm finally going to glue down my main scrap photo piece here. And I've put that pocket on like I mentioned. Those two items, the pocket and the tag, are both from Paper Studio by Hobby Lobby, and they are being clearanced out, so if you want these pastel sets, you better go get them now. I'm pulling out more puffy stickers that I know will go with the challenge here. If you're new to my channel, Color Theories is a series I started last year, and it's really fun where we use one primary color on every single layout, and we cover all the colors in the rainbow. So Cynthia and I are doing it this year together, and it's been really fun so far. Next week we'll be featuring green, so we're going in color order. So if you missed red and orange, definitely check them out. I'll have the playlist linked down below with both of our videos linked up, so you can watch all of them. But while I was talking about Color Theory series, I'm starting to glue down my little branches here. I decided I'm going to use my fine line bottle to glue most of them down, but I also want to include some 3D foam pieces, so there's a little bit of dimension all the way around in this half circle wreath that I'm making. So I'm going to continue this method of including foam dots on some of the leaves and the liquid adhesive on the other leaves around the entirety of the wreath, and I'm going to cut some of these foam pieces in half since some of the leaves are a lot smaller. I will say for this Sizzix die set that it is very intricate, and I had to use a shim for my Cuttlebug to run them through nicely. And go through a couple of times actually, which is okay. It's because my plates are bent so much, but they don't pop out as easily as I wish they did. But I still love this die. It's a very beautiful die to use on your layouts. And I really think the wreath style, I don't know how I came up with this idea. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere, I'm just not 100% sure who made the layout, but there's a ton on Pinterest that use a wreath style. And I thought it really broke up the diagonal stripe in the background by doing a wreath. It's also kind of like a letter C, which happens to be the first letter of my last name, so it's multi-purpose. But I'm just going to finish gluing down this last bit. And I tried to put the foam pieces in different spots on each of the leaf sets, so it'd give it a little bit more fun. So now that those are all glued down, I need to start thinking of some other decorations I might want to use. I did pull out those puffy stickers earlier, like I mentioned. I do end up using a couple of those. I have these yellow puffy hearts, which I bought from an overseas company on one of those websites. And I also have this cork sticker I pulled out, which is from Oriental Trading. And that's going next to my resin pieces to the bottom right of my photo. I also pulled out these Pink Fresh Studio puffy stickers, which, if you haven't heard, they have the best puffy stickers. They're so squishy. I pull out a heart from there, which is the perfect shade of yellow, of course. And of course, I need to add some Tim Holtz word phrase stickers. I love these, especially when they have such sayings like be fearless and things like that. Like, why not use them for these types of layouts? It's a really nice story to include these types of wording. And I really like how it adds something that juts off of the wreath. Definitely switches up the style a little bit there. And I included 3 of those to create a sort of visual triangle with the overall design of the layout. Now in the right hand corner you'll see me flipping through some sticker sheets, and I pull out a bunch, including these ones from A Beautiful Mess. And one of the things I really like that I included on this layout were these fabric flowers. I picked these up at Michael's quite a while ago in 2 colors, yellow and blue, and I don't think I have yet to use any of them. So it's really exciting to use a couple of these on this layout, which you definitely have to look at the close-up photos to see them, because I used a lighter yellow, which kind of fades in, honestly, to the background here. But since those were a fabric texture, I wanted to include something else that was of that texture variety. So I found these burlap butterflies, which works well with the layout theme anyway, like growing up and all that jazz. But butterflies, some flowers, and then the hearts, it's coming together, people. Really nicely, actually. And I'm going to glue down my word strips because I finally decided that's where they're going to go. So now I'm going to decide on where I'm going to place these fabric flowers. Some have little beads on them as the center points, which I like because my butterflies also have those little beads on them. But I think I use the same color pretty much all throughout. I go for the medium shade of yellow, which I thought I did some light yellow, which I just can't really tell because there's so much yellow on this layout. I think I did really well on this challenge. And yellow's one of my favorite colors. It's a really nice color, but I tend to use like butter yellows, so like lighter yellows. But this one was really bold for me. And I really think that it helps that the photo's got the blues and the greens. Yellow goes so well with those colors, and I pulled in the browns from the buildings into the layout components to make sure it was pretty cohesive. Now for my title, I picked out these craft stickers, which are from Studio Calico. Picked these up at the Black Friday sale. They have the best Black Friday sales. They have good sales, but Black Friday was the best because shipping was a great deal. It was a whole story. You can see that over in my Vlogmas videos, even though that was a little while ago. Still some fun content to watch. And I'm also going to use my Freckled Fawn white puffy stickers, which I picked these up, I think, 2 years ago, and they were $1 each. And they're some of my favorite puffy stickers. I hate using them because I want to hoard them, but you have to use the good stuff, people. You just have to. Now I'm going to fidget with my title for quite a bit. I don't really love the phrasing. I wish I did something different, but I'm happy with the way it looks, and I mean, it makes sense. I got the same idea throughout the whole thing, so it's okay that I made it. See, you can see I'm switching around the words a lot, but I settled on one and then I started gluing them down. So once I am finally settled on my title, I will glue that down with my liquid adhesive just to make sure everything stays in place. And I will add a couple more embellishments, including some enamel dots, and I use yellow ones from Freckled Fawn, and a couple different colored ones, I think just white. I don't think I end up using the black ones, from Studio Calico. I also picked those up at the Black Friday sale, which were a great deal, and they also come with stars, which is really, really cute. But other than that, this layout's almost finished. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Definitely check out Cynthia's video for the yellow challenge. I'll have it linked down below, of course. If you guys have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're watching this early enough on Saturday morning, come over to my channel later in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time to join me for my live stream. If you're watching this later, definitely check out the upload of it so you guys can still watch along. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!